Hello, hello, hello. I actually had a phone call from my mom, so I had to take that. Would have been live a little bit sooner. Hope you're all having a good one. Get that rolling. Get the fan on. Already kind of warming up in here. All right. Thanks for being here. We are playing some Last Epoch. What happened to the music? There it is. Music is on. Okay, we are playing Void Knight. Okay, cool. So we're playing a Smite Void Knight with healing hands. So far, hey, how's it going, Julia Smith? Oh, thank you for the follow. All right, appreciate the follow. I will not be in that Discord. All right, so we got some good pieces here. I'd be curious to try. What if we try not doing the healing effectiveness, but we went like damage? You know what I'm saying? What if we went with damage? So we got... Let's just take every smite idol I got. Let's turn this down just a tad. All right. Okay, so let's put these right here. Looking for anything with the max 50 or above. Goes to 53, so we'll take that idol. Okay. Okay, it looks like I can take a max of 4 of these. Means I can do one of these. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go over to the Idols tab. Weed and Sun, thank you for following over on Twitch. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a lot more damage. Right? I don't think it's going to be worth the trade-offs from healing effectiveness, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Yesterday we were doing like, what, 400 corruption? 400 plus? I think we were here in the Fall of the Outcasts. Timeline. Maybe we're pushing 500. It's hard to tell. I got one timeline with like over 600. Yeah, 465 corruption. Let's see how well the damage is. Okay, well, our generation, yeah, the war generation, there we go, I can speak, is not too bad. I mean, the damage bump is noticeable. We might just have to work on maintaining this ward retention, though. Oh, I'm out of mana. Oops. Okay. So we don't need the physical resistance. We don't need the vitality. I was only using Fiery Dragon Shoes because it gives you a large reduced damage from critical strikes, right? What if we use the boots we were using yesterday? It was these ones. So instead of getting an 84% reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes, because we're literally not using anything on these boots other than that and the movement speed. What if we use this and we live with only 48% reduced damage? Because on the previous build, we were pairing it with this helmet right here, which gave us 100% reduced damage. Can we live with just the 48% reduced? Because this will certainly give us some more survivability. Okay. No, Julia, I will not be adding you on Discord. Okay, they do have critical strike avoidance. Okay, so I do think these idols are decent. Hey, bye, Cappy Saturday. What up, Mike, over on YouTube? I do think they're decent for damage. Are they going to be decent in the long run? And we did give up a lot of healing potential by dropping the healing effectiveness. Actually, we should probably consider killing the boss here. Take this guy out, even with his critical strike avoidance. A 3 LP woven flesh, thanks. This is a max roll unique. I will take that. We got plenty of gold. So what you been up to, Mike? Hey, what up, Air Dragon? How you doing today, bud? Long day, work, family, dog. I'm exhausted. You good? Yeah, we're doing great today, man. I was playing some Stolen Realms earlier with my buddy Fiction. He was here on the channel before when we were playing that game, and we He had already been trying it out, but I tried out the rogue mode for the first time. Bro, I'm telling you, man, that mode was lit. Absolutely lit. I loved it. Sort of wish I was streaming it, but at the same time, I wanted to stream Last Epoch with you guys. I don't want to do 2 separate streams. But man, that rogue mode was, oh gosh, it was so good. It was so good. Just even on the beginner difficulty, because that's the only one you got. Before you unlock any buffs or whatever, we made it to the final boss of the 5th world, and it was a freaking blue dragon. Homie took one look at my summoner who summons all these skeletons and stuff and said, bitch. Took him out in one hit. Oh, man. And then he was gone. He was gone, man. Gone. My cleric, bitch, gone. Fiction was doing a warrior and a mage. He lasted a little bit longer, but eventually those went down too. And so we unlocked these points. So if I play that mode again, you know, now I can start off with some extra stuff, right? It's a rogue mode. So we unlock some buffs, but those, our first 4 characters are now gone. I'm like, is there like a hall of records? Can we look back on the memory of these characters? And he's like, nah, bro. I'm like, man, forever in my mind, which was the only reason why I was like, man, I kind of wish I streamed or recorded it somehow so I could remember, you know, James and Winter, the name of my 2 characters. But beyond that, oh, I'm going to have fun with that mode. I'm going to have fun, man. Like, probably next weekend. I might take a day. Air Dragon, just trying to make this blasted build work in Path of Exile. There's an item I need to go for, and either I don't get and top it off to top off its price or keep going up. Oh, ouch. So it keeps getting more expensive. Yeah, we would have loved to see it. Yeah, the regulars probably would have liked it. For sure. Yeah, it was good. Because you level up faster. It's a rogue mode, right? You level up faster as opposed to when I was streaming last time and you got streaming that game last time when I was playing through the campaign where you don't lose your characters if they die. So after every encounter, you level up. But here's the thing. You get a random skill that you can choose from. You choose from a pool of 4. So even though I had a summoner and a cleric, their skills were way out there. Way out there. Because it's all randomized. You got to do the best you can with it. And our team was good, man. Our team was good. I took 2 characters. He took 2 characters. That freaking dragon, though, man. That. Oh, jeez. Because, like, literally, like, the boss in the world before him, we stun locked that boss. He couldn't move. We stun locked him till he died. I had so many summons all over the map, couldn't do a thing. This boss, stun immunity or control resistance. We couldn't stun lock him. I tried to get my summons going, but Dragon immediately, like, you must have been smart enough, knew that the summoner was going to be the one flooding the map with, like, skeletons and bears and wolves and deer and random stuff like that. It took him out in one shot, man. He had so much health. He had so much health and armor, and it didn't matter. The dragon was like, boop. Oh, I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Yeah. One reason I don't like, hardcore modes and like action RPGs is it generally the time invested over having your like, oops, I accidentally misstepped or something. It feels bad. Whereas that, like, I misplayed and that was like a couple hours and I had like a really good cohesive team. So like, I don't think I would get the same feeling because it's expedited leveling. Like, I would play a hardcore in like Diablo or Last Epoch if you leveled up faster, it makes sense. Like okay, you're playing hardcore, you got one life. Okay, well, it's Iron Man mode, you get like 50% increased leveling or something, right? Then I'd probably do it. But to be under the same conditions as a standard character, except you got one life, I don't really go for that. But that mode, oh. And that was just the beginner difficulty, man. There's 5 stages of difficulty that we have not unlocked. But like I said, there's points. We can spend points. So on our next batch of characters are probably going to be doing pretty decent, right? Yeah, and to lose your hardcore because of some BS is just not great. Yeah, at least with this one, I'm like, I know I'm fighting against a dragon. And I know even if these guys die, I could start over again, and now I'm going to have a jump up, right? And I recognize I misstepped. I left the summoner in the wrong place. The dragon was able to fly up to him super easy. Oh, I'm gonna have a good conversation with Tilron about that. Going to the pub tomorrow. Well, Air Dragon, I hope you're able to find that item you need, bro. I hope you're able to get it, man. That sucks that it keeps going up in price. And I think I remember you talking about this build before. It's like one of those builds that it will not work. It's like, it's like a smite build. Well, no, you can make smite builds work without devotion in Last Epoch, but they're much better with a devotion in Last Epoch. I'll just borrow some currency and pay a buddy back. I can't let it keep pacing me in costs. I got you. Plus, you're good for it, right? Rinda G is currently on a 95 stream streak. Holy frick. Oh my god. Streamer makes a build and the price increases tenfold. Well, yeah, look at the flame balls, right? It increases tenfold in 4 hours. Makes sense. And Path of Exile doesn't have, like, I know they have an SSF mode, but they don't have like a Circle of Fortune style mode, like, oh, you're playing solo You get better drops. If your SSF is purely bragging rights, right? Like, look at all this stuff. I found it all by myself. SSF. Okay. So you need a specific dungeon and it won't drop for you. And could you like run the dungeon with some friends and have a better chance of finding it? Like, I'm not trying to sound patronizing here. I'm It was just something I thought of. Sadly, no. Okay, yeah. I'm not trying to be all like, well, you try this? I'm just curious. You're a smart person, Air Dragon. I'm sure you've already thought of all this. I'm just curious. It's a lot harder to do this dungeon with more than one person. Scaling pretty much makes you have to solo it. Heck, I'm not sure people can join now that I think about it. I've never not soloed it. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so the build guide. Let me go ahead and pull out the build guide here. Let me copy this. Let me open up my Streamlabs and update the bot with the build guide. It's currently in the description, so command confirm. Okay, cool. So the build is available if you're on Twitch using the bot command. Because he uses Devouring Orb. I've been using Abyssal Echoes, but let's go back to Devouring Orb and try that out. Okay, cool. Let's... So, yeah, okay, so we're gonna... So, I really liked Abyssal Echoes. It felt very good. But the author of the guide that I reference used Devouring Orb, so I would like to try that. I tried it out before and I thought it was okay. I liked Abyssal Echoes just because I really like the skill. One reason why I liked Abyssal Echoes a lot is it really helped burn your mana down very fast. Yeah, it's not burning the mana down very effectively. I don't really have a spamming ability that I can use. Okay. Where did I go? Oh, right. We only want 1 point here. Okay. Okay, so what if I dropped this? Can we use this effectively to burn down? Okay, it looks like we can do that. I don't know how effective Abyssal Echoes without being spec'd into would be. Let's give it a shot. I do lose the lunge, but I feel like I don't really use the lunge that much. Okay, this would be heresy, but what if we dropped Volatile Reversal? Honestly, I think it's too much heresy to even say it. But it would be cool to use this node right here. Directly using Abyssal Echoes has a chance to cast a Void Rift from each nearby Devouring Orbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we should probably not drop Volatile Reversal. We obviously, for the build to work, need Smite and Healing Hands. An Anomaly gives us the crit chance to be able to get there. The author of the build guide calls for Devouring Orb. I do think it's strong. I do think it's strong. I just personally like Abyssal Echo so much. Like, no Volatile Reversal. Like... You already know I'm going to do it, chat. You already know I'm going to do it. I got to do this variation. Here's the reason why I got to do this variation, chat. There are people out there who hate Volatile Reversal. They just don't like it. And there's nothing wrong with those people. I think they're mistaken. But at the same time, I understand, you know, there could be a reason why you don't like Volatile Reversal. Maybe you understand all the benefits it brings, but you just don't like the way it works. So I gotta do this variation of the build to be like, look, if you don't like Volatile Reversal, you're gonna be losing out on some damage, but here is a version where you could do it without Volatile Reversal. We'll take these 3 points here, right? So we're not going to be doing time compression. I want to try out Nether Breach. I want to see how well it works going hand in hand with Devouring Orb. I do think we should take Embrace the Darkness because that's a 20% damage bump we're going to get against blinded enemies. And then we could put 1 point into Crippling Waves. Should we do chains, or we should probably focus on chains over area? I've always liked area, but the chains allowing it to go out, I just want to see how well it works. Okay, cool. So no more Volatile Reversal for this run. I know. I know, chat. This may end up going very poorly. Extremely poorly. Actually, I already feel... I already... Oh my god, it's already screwing me up. All my muscle memory. Oh... I'm already trying to play as if I keep hitting Abyssal Echoes as if it's volatile reversal. This is heresy. I apologize. I apologize to the Sentinel gods who have come before me for not using volatile reversal in a Sentinel build. See, look, I probably would have lived if I had so... probably not. It's a fucking Gorgon. Okay, let's not go all the way down there, because... Yeah, plus 18? They go up to plus 18? Okay. Let's go over here. Okay, let's actually put some points into this BZ. That's going to increase our damage. I mean, honestly, the slow stacks is nice. Bam. We're not going to do slow stacks because we already cast slow with the wand. I feel kind of sick not using volatile reversal. That was a good dash. I'm glad you like it, bro. I'm glad you like it.
You suck!
Oh! Oh! Shot through the nuts, man!
Good morning, Vietnam!
To this guy. It's going all right, man. It's going all right. How about you? How's the family? About to raid on GW2 later. GW Guild Wars 2. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. We're trying out some new stuff, Cold Brew. What's good, homie? It's, bro, I feel like I've committed a cardinal sin. Look at my skill bar. What's missing? What's missing? Volatile reversal's missing. I'm not using volatile reversal. I'm committing a sin right now against all sentinels. Yeah, there it is. It's like, wait, you're not using volatile? It is so weird because I am so programmed to use that ability. You've been messing around with Devour and Orb recently? Yeah, yeah. So the author of the build guide that I reference used Devour and Orb. He did not use Abyssal Echoes. I was using Abyssal Echoes because I like Abyssal Echoes. That's what we were playing yesterday. Instead of Devour and Orb, we were using Abyssal Echoes. And the reason why I did that is because since we're using Devotion, I want to try and burn my mana down while not fully removing it. So it's kind of a good controlled way of burning mana, right? It uses a lot of mana. It's a good utility skill. But it's got a few nodes in there that interact with Devouring Orb. I don't know if it's worth dropping Volatile Reversal. I'm just trying it out. One reason why is, you know, there's people out there who don't like Volatile Reversal, right? You know, their preference. So this is kind of a good way to try out a build and see, is this somewhat feasible? Can you do 300 corruption with this build without Volatile Reversal? The answer is yes. This is 465 corruption. One thing I felt like I was running into yesterday when I tried doing like 600 corruption or whatever, I kind of felt like I had a lack of damage. So we have less shields than we did yesterday, but we have more damage, I think. Damage numbers look great. Yeah. So what I'm doing with Abyssal Echoes, there's a node right here. Using Abyssal Echoes has a chance to cast a Void Rift from each nearby Devouring Orb. Creating a Devouring Orb at the target location casts a Void Rift whenever something dies nearby, dealing void damage to enemies around the orbs. Each successful rift has a 12% more damage and area of effect capped at an increase of 120%. So if we got a bunch of Devouring Orbs up and we use Nether Breach and we use Abyssal Echoes, there is a chance that each of those Devouring Orbs will cause a rift. Now, I'm not very familiar with the skill Devouring Orbs. I use the setup the author had, which looks like it kind of floats around you. And does stuff for you. Devouring Orb deals more hit damage to enemies it collides with. Okay. So I'm going to have to like read this fully. I'm going to have to read Devouring Orb fully to see like what kind of interaction we can get with this node. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm using the author setup and the author did not use Abyssal Echoes. So they weren't accounting for this node in Abyssal Echoes. So... because right here, it's like, yeah, sure, it's a longer duration, but you don't gain extra damage, right? Every 3 seconds, Devouring Orb releases an Abyssal Orb. So an Abyssal Orb is different? A spell which seeks enemies and detonates, dealing void damage in an area. Okay. So does an abyssal orb count as a devouring orb? It looks like devouring orb casts abyssal orb. That's an interesting combo, right? I don't care about additional charges. This sounds interesting. Increased cooldown recovery. Because this allows it to seek out other enemies, right? Whereas this orbits around you. And this causes it to smack into other people. Okay. Void rifts hit enemy in a larger area. Okay. Because I'm kind of curious. If we remove this and we remove this, and we keep this and we go down here and we grab this, Devouring Orb lasts longer and Void Rifts have a chance to inflict Time Rot. Okay. And then more damage versus Time Rotted enemies. Alright. Okay, I get it. I get it. So you have a Devouring Orb that normally sits in an area. But when something dies, it creates a void rift. It explodes. What this is going to do has a chance to have the Devouring Orbs explode. Okay. Because I kind of like this idea down here. You deal more damage against time-rotted enemies, have a chance to inflict time rot. Put like 2 points, go. Well, let's continue using this for now, but I might change up the way the author had the Devouring Orb set up, because like I said, they were not accounting for this node in their build. Since I'm using Abyssal Echoes. Honestly, we should be fine right now. Let's just pull the trigger. Let's just pull the trigger on this. It will not take long to level back up. Okay. Yeah, this might be kind of difficult. Because we're going to be trying to do smite and casting these Devouring Orbs at the same time. So okay, I think I liked it when it was floating around me. I don't have to worry about where it's going. It's just there. Yeah, I think I would have liked. I think I liked it better when it was just floating there. Experimentation, chat. We're trying new things. Okay, so might as well just stick with that. So duration. These are not going to be lasting that much longer, but we can spam it. So instead of... Yeah, so instead of them going out and seeking enemies, this is going to purely be right around me, which I kind of like that idea. All right, yeah, let's give this a shot now. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, okay, so I don't know if we need the collision damage, because they're not really... They don't have enough time to really collide with enemies right now. They're just blowing up right around our waist. You seen that? Okay, well, let's go back. Okay. So what if we put 4 points here? I don't care about mana efficiency. Because otherwise, so we would have 6 points. So 1 point, 2 points, 4 points. Void Rift hits deal more damage against time-rotted enemies. Okay, okay. Well, so I could take points. I could take points out of somewhere. Time rot, you inflict. Okay, this is just it spreads. Where's the chance to get time rot? Is it only on melee abilities? Melee time rot chance. Wait, there's a pair of gloves. A trophy. Normally they're very niche. They increase the duration of time rot, but they don't actually have a chance to inflict time rot. Okay. Let's look at this. And this converts smite into ignite, not... Okay, time rot chance. This only increases the duration of time rot and the chance to spread. Oh, we do have a time to... okay, you have increased melee attack speed in your melee attacks. Melee attacks. So our spells do not have a chance to inflict time rot. Damn. This would give us a chance to inflict if we were melee. Which is why I think Void Knight needs a slight touch-up. It is so melee focused, which, hey, I'm all about melee, guys, but when you're trying to do goofy builds like this, it kind of feels bad going, no, that's melee. Oh, this is melee, but I had to take it just to get that. Oh, this is melee attack speed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go level that up. Hey, what up, Space Trucker? I mean, people make it work, but it's just, normally it's like, you know what? You could do something like this, but, Paladin might be a little bit better. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to see Void Knight just become strictly, like, the best versions of Void Knight or Melee. They got spells in the game for a reason, right? How we doing today, Bike? We are doing very well, Space Trucker. We were actually playing, it wasn't streamed or anything, but my buddy Fiction, you remember him? We played some Stolen Realms, and we played the rogue-like mode. Bro. This mode was lit. I'm telling you, bro. It's hardcore, man. If your character dies, he's gone, but you have faster leveling. But the leveling's weird. Every time you level up, Instead of just, you know, having a skill tree and all that, they give you a selection of 4 abilities from any class, and you select which one you want. It could be a passive, could be an ability. You don't know what you're going to get. So you start the game, and there's like 6 characters that are kind of like a framework: summoner, cleric, warrior. By the end of this 3-hour session I did with Fiction, man, my summoner had all these like zany abilities except for summoning abilities, and the cleric got some good heals, but he ended up getting a ton of summoning abilities. It was hilarious. Cold Brew, what do you feel the best version of VK is in your opinion? The version that feels good to you. I for sure love to watch that on stream. I think we're gonna have to put together a night where Fiction, myself, and Trader can be there, and we each have 2 characters, and we go. You know, because in this one, man, because we were playing on the easiest difficulty, because it's the only difficulty you have. The only way to unlock harder difficulties is to beat the first 5 worlds on easy difficulty. And we were on the final boss of the first, and everything's completely randomized, right? Completely randomized. Everything is randomized. You cannot go back to town. You just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. We got to the end of the 5th world. This is the final world. We get to the final boss, and it's a freaking blue dragon with 75,000 health. And he took one look at my summoner and said, "Bitch, boom!" He was about to flood the map with skeletons and elk and rabbits, and nah, he was the first one to die. Straight up dead, one shot. My cleric, who was actually really strong, ran around trying to buff up all of Fiction's characters because his characters were swole. Bro, 2 shots. 2 shots, James was gone. He, at the end of it, because we died, we wiped. That's it. So those characters are gone. I'm like, yo, Fiction, is there like a hall of records so we can remember these guys? He's like, nope. I'm like, oh, no. So, but here's the thing. Since it's a roguelike mode, we earned currency to buy points. So on our next run, when we make some new characters, they can get buffs. That's how you actually beat it. It's not just straight up hardcore. We've actually unlocked buffs for our next run. We just happen to have done extremely well on our first run. Like, we almost, like, I don't think we were supposed to get that far. So I don't know if that blue dragon's gonna always be like a static boss at the end, but normally nothing's static. It's just completely randomized. It was amazing. Unfortunately, Trader's at work today, so like I said, we'll have to plan something. I wanted to spend a little time on last Epoch with you guys, so. Oh, wait, we were, oh yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna want to try. We'll take 2 points here. We'll take 2 points. So we're going to need 1 more point. Oh, we're going to have to lose a point somewhere. We're going to lose a point here. We're going to lose a point here. Or, no, I don't want to lose a point there. And then put it all into that. Yeah, the mode was amazing, bro. And yeah, so Cold Brew, going back to what you asked, what do you think your best version is? I know I kind of gave a cop-out answer of whatever feels best to you. I do think Melee really suits Void Knight. That's probably why Void Cleaver Racing Strike feels so good. I admit it's not the best, but to me, it's just so fun, you know? But a lot of Void Knight's abilities, except for like a Racing Strike, they're all spells. Look, Volatile Reversal's a spell. Actually, it has the movement tag now? Wait, chat, has Volatile Reversal always had the movement tag? I don't know if I ever paid attention. Because normally when you use oh, it has a movement tag, but not a traversal tag. Never mind. Forget what I said. It has a movement tag, not a traversal tag. Yeah. I was thinking of traversal, yeah. It has a movement tag, okay. But look at it. Volatile Reversal's a spell. Abyssal Echoes is a spell. Devouring Orb is a spell. Anomaly is a spell. They're only... For being a melee class, they only have one ability that actually has melee. Everything else is spells. But then when you go to this skill tree here, sure, you got stuff like this that give, you know, bonuses to spells, converting your smite and all that. And I'm sure, yeah, sure, there's the Future Strike. This is kind of a spell, but like this is melee. This is an attack, which is generally considered typically melee. Increase melee attack speed. Reduce melee attack speed. They have a lot of melee baked into it. And that's why I was looking for a way to, you know, is there another way we can do Time Rot? From what I could see on the tree, when I typed in Time Rot, there was no way to have a Time Rot chance with thrown attacks or spells. So far, this build's feeling kind of nutty, man. I mean, we almost died to those freaking cats. There we go. Now everything's actually popping off now.
Stand down or die.
What up, Air Dragon? What is that, a cat?
Stand down or die.
Amazon cat. That's an Amazon emote? Amazon cat. Alright. Bam, there we go. Void Rift hit damage versus time rotted enemies. Nice song. I'm glad you like it, man. You know, I don't know how this will do against the boss. Let's complete this echo and then. Oh, okay, okay. Amazonian, a Magic the Gathering streamer you watch. I mean, that's amazing that he's got the tag Amazon. It immediately made me think, oh yeah, Amazon, they own Twitch. Makes sense. Because for me, it gave me Babbly 10. I'm guessing there's a bunch of Babbly somethings out there. You know how long I've been babbling back on Twitch? Oh yeah, what am I saying? What am I doing? Yeah, so I don't know how good this Devouring Orb setup is currently. I feel like it was probably better before. It's just kind of hard to tell, you know? Okay. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really think this is that good. We could try distant satellite. Honestly, Abyssal Expanse might be good. Just hit more enemies. The rate at which Void Rifts hit damage increments when a nearby enemy dies is increased. Oh, wait. So every time somebody dies nearby, the damage goes up? Okay, this won't be as good for bossing, but I do like this idea. Okay. Well, let's give it a shot. Oh, honestly, I didn't consider they had a whole bunch of endurance and resistances up. Maybe I jumped the gun on that. One good song after. I'm glad you like the music, Mike. Mike always has the best music. Thanks. Stuff you've never heard of before. Well, I mean, if you guys have been here a while, you've heard these songs before, but... Have you played any Remnant, like Remnant 2? No. I actually got it installed on my Xbox from Game Pass, and I still haven't played it. Oh, I bet. I bet. Because it's a rogue, right? Second DLC came out this week. Excited to jump in. You got 300 hours in it. Nice. Roguelite. I like roguelite because it like generally it's kind of bite size in its gameplay. You know, you'll play for like 30 minutes to a couple hours in a session, and you'll come out with something, right? It's not like you got to completely start all over again. You have some progress. Oh yeah, it's just like that. Oh, it's Diablo. He's finally... Yeah, that guy did kind of look like Diablo. Okay. Let's go back to the other. Let's go back to the other sub. The one the author had. Yeah, come in. Oh, thank you. Is that a smoothie? Mm. Oh, this is good. Thank you. Yeah, came to be known as Mass Effect. This is what this sounds like, man. Hey, what up, Soul? Over on YouTube, what's good, homie? How do I generate so much ward? Yeah, I'll show you, man. So we're using Smite Healing Hands, right? So with Healing Hands, there's a node that allows Healing Hands to be cast when Smite's cast. So every time we cast Smite, Healing Hands is cast as well. So we got Healing Hands set up with a healing node, not a healing. We got Healing Hands set up with a spell damage node, but it's also healing us. But you're like, wait, how's it healing you when it's giving you so much ward? It's this node right here, Divine Barrier. It converts the healing into ward if you have one of these modifiers. Percent current health lost per second is gained as ward. So for the missing amount of health you have, you gain that as ward. So when you have that on and you cast Healing Hands, in this case it's being cast when we cast Smite, instead of healing us, it's giving us ward. That's how I'm generating so much ward. Oh, neat. You got to try that? Yeah. It works with melee builds, too. There's a node in Healing Hands. If you take Cleric's Hammer, it'll cast... if you have points in Cleric's Hammer and you're using a melee ability, like, let's say, Rive, it'll cast Healing Hands as you're hitting enemies with a melee attack. So Rive Healing Hands was a very popular one. I'm trying out Smite Healing Hands.
Stand down or die.
There's a build guide in the description if you're interested, Soul. Now, I've greatly gone away from the build. Not entirely, but I'm kind of doing my own thing. But there is a build guide there if you're interested. It's more of a planner to last Epoch tools. Like, my setup right now is different than the build guide. They call for like cleaver and then having strength on your rings and stuff like that. That's all well and good. I'm trying out different variations. I'm trying out different stuff. Yeah, I think the build is better with the auto bomber setup on Devouring Orb than the eruption setup. Though the eruption setup looked really cool. Well, in the build guide, he doesn't use the damn spoon. I'm using the damn spoon. But you're right. Most spells in the game use the damn spoon. It's been nerfed and it's still good. Hey, what up, Colonel? How's it going, man? How you doing? Hello, Lord Bike. Doing pretty good tonight, bro. What's good, homie? I'm back home and doing better. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. What are you playing now? I'm playing a Smite Healing Hands build on Void Knight. There's a build command in chat over on Twitch. If you're over on YouTube, it's in the description. So that's what we're using right now. I didn't make that build, somebody else did. I'm not exactly sure who. Somebody told me it was Corparion. I don't know where Corparion got it from, if that was him who made it. Somebody just shared with me that link to that planner, so I referenced it. How do I like it? I like it better than the hammer version on Void Knight. The hammer version on Void Knight was very cool, but it's got a couple things. You can't cast Healing Hands with the Void Knight Hammer Smite, right? Also, the performance, and I'm sure it's not just my computer, but with the Void Knight one, it's rough. It's rough. The performance is rough. There's so many effects on screen. I feel like the game engine just starts like getting bogged down by so many particle effects. And I'm looking at like what my computer's using. I got a 12-core processor, 64 gigabytes of RAM. I got a 6700 XT in there. I know that's not a top-of-the-line graphics card, but it's more than capable to run this. Like, if we look over here, just like generally, like especially when there's a bunch of enemies on screen, this might go up to 50% CPU usage and maybe 40% GPU usage, but for the most part, I know it's not my computer. I am pretty sure the game engine just gets bogged down by so many particle effects, and when you got a billion hammers going around your character and there's smites just popping off everywhere, the FPS chugs. Not as bad as it used to be, Colonel. Not as bad. There used to be a really bad memory leak in the game, but they've done some work on that.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Nice. Nice. What are these? Oh, you haven't been here for that. Yeah. Somebody the other day was like, yo, I got so many channel points and you got nothing to spend them on. You played for the first time today in 3 weeks? Yeah. Yeah, so I went and set up some blurps as channel point rewards on Twitch, Colonel. No, not Colonel, Space Trucker. Oh, hey, what up, Marvel Man? Space Trucker, you're here a lot, man. You probably got a bunch of channel points. You like that? Yeah, I got a couple. We'll use them now. I got a couple, you know, a couple thousand. My wife was like, yeah, I got 200,000 channel points. I'm like, hmm? Yeah, so I set up a few there for you guys just to have fun. $200K. Oh, dude, she shared. She's on a 95 stream streak. It would have been more, but I messed up. There was one night I went live when she was asleep, and I didn't go tune in on her phone for her. She missed it. She got mad at me. She was like, I would have had a perfect streaming streak. And I'm like, oh, man, you got 38,000 points, Colonel. I'm not surprised. Yeah, you know, I got a lot of loyal, long-time viewers who just watch, and I never had any channel points other than the default ones, which are like, highlight my message. So, yeah, I put some blurps in there for you guys. Oh, we pushed it from 400 corruption to over 600, you know? We had like 5 gazes of Orbis. This might not end well, chat. I might have to lower the corruption.
Good morning, Vietnam!
This guy. I had one in there yesterday that somebody played.
Bye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
Catch you later, Marvel Man. I had one in there yesterday that actually had music to it, and on YouTube, it came up as a copyright. Nothing bad. It wasn't like a copyright strike. It was just, it noted that there was copyrighted music in the stream, and it was like a 5-second clip, so I had to remove that blurb. You're not leaving? Yeah, we might not be ready for 600 corruption, chat.
All right, good night, bro.
You'll be using that one? I figured the Good Morning Vietnam one would be pretty popular.
Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Oh, that one's a classic, man. It's a classic. Freaking Helldivers, man. Look at what they've created. That comes in hard. Was that loud? I could try and turn that one. I could try and figure out a way to turn it down. You watch Frozen Sentinel Ice Claw build push 3,200 corruption.
And then turn her over and bang, up the butt. And this is where you need a small knob. Imagine you're holding a tennis racket or a little whisk.
Colonel, that one lives in my head rent free, bro. It was too good. It was too good.
The clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
This guy. Oh yeah, I could add more too, but I decided to keep it to that offering at the moment. You can have up to like 50 channel rewards, man. I could have a bunch in there for you guys. This guy.
How'd that get in there?
You serious?
Oh. Oh, wait, you actually redeemed one for bits? How'd that get in there? Yeah. There's a lot more. You can redeem some for bits if you want. I do get a bit of a kickback from that if you guys do that. Yeah, I do get some of that. Just saying.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You suck!
Oh, what?
You suck!
What? What is this, the you suck train? What did I do? Double redeemed?
The clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
It's over 9,000.
What the frick? Come on, guys. I didn't die.
Emotional damage!
What? If you're just tuning in, Twitch chat is trolling me right now. Now we have our own laugh track. How do you do bits? Ask Air Dragon. I've never done bits before. I've only taken them. All right, thanks for the bits. Bye. No, I shouldn't be like that. I think you gotta like talk to Twitch, and you buy bits kind of like a currency, and then you can give them out whenever you want. I like how Air Dragon's sitting on over 80,000 points, but he's just like, yo, I'm gonna buy some.
Hello, peasants.
What the frick? Oh yeah, I just got a copyright on that one. Oh my gosh, this guy out here. With the Taylor Swift story. You want to hear something funny though, Colonel? Do you want to hear something super funny about that? No, they're not going to copyright strike a video. YouTube's just going to be like, oh, copyrighted music was played for, you know, a couple seconds. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute it. So it ain't no deal, man. I'm kidding. I'm joshing, man. What's up? Yeah, okay, yeah. You want to know what's funny about all that, Colonel? Taylor Swift was here with Travis Kelce in Monterey County in Carmel, where I picked those women up, and they were like, you know, oh, for those who don't realize the context, I've done Uber in the past, kind of taking a bit of a hiatus from doing Uber, but there was one night where I picked up some very inebriated ladies of the Caucasian variety, long blonde hair, who were absolutely blitzed and screamed at me. Well, not screamed, but like got me to play Taylor Swift all the way to where I was dropping them off, and they were belting it out the top of their lungs. And then they gave me some White Claws as a thank you. The most generic white girl stuff ever, right? I told Colonel that, and now this guy, you know, razzes me up every time about Taylor Swift. Well, she was actually out here. It wasn't announced. She was trying to keep it on the low, but people found out that she was out here in Carmel with Travis Kelce. They were trying to, you know, figure out where she was eating, what restaurant she went to. Apparently she went down to the beach too. So I mean, I was like, oh, how ironic. The city where it took place, Taylor Swift shows up. Oh my God, here we go. So you're a big Swiftie? What do you think of her new album, man? I haven't even heard it. I know it exists. Bike came out of the closet? What? Oh, this guy. I didn't even know she had a new album. I only know because you said something about it. Not a Taylor Swift fan, huh? Colonel. You haven't been here forever, then you show up and you start, you know, dropping bombs on me like, yo, look at this Swifty. Oh, a +4 to hammer? +4 to hammer throw. Oh my god. I can't believe I found a +4 to hammer throw. Swift metal covers are some of my faves. I'm hoping that some of these new songs make the transition soon. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Thanks, Colonel. I've never found a +4. I've never found a +4 to hammer throw, man. That feels good. Not that I'm using hammer throw right now, but it's cool. Another healing hands. And Air Dragon, thank you for the bits, man. Appreciate it. It was a +3 to healing hands. Still, it's a plus to healing hands. Kick his ass, Seabass! That'd be a great blurb right there. I gotta see if they got that one on there. Kick his ass, Seabass! How's it going, Fiction? I was telling the chat about our session earlier, man. We wrecked face and then we met a dragon. Yeah, that's what I told them, bro. They were very interested. Well, at least a few of them were interested in what that looked like. That was great, man. I had a ton of fun. Thanks for playing, bro. Now you know, we'll run it back. Well, and we actually got currency now. We actually can get some buffs. I don't know if I'm gonna do Summoner again. That kind of deflated the whole run, you know, playing a Summoner and never getting a good summoning ability. My Cleric got all the summoning abilities, which I thought was ironic. I think I'm gonna try running a warrior on the next run. A warrior and a cleric. Summoner is a gamble, yeah. I mean, we got all the gear, we got all the good summoner gear, and so those basic summons we were doing were actually really beefy. I was just like, imagine if we had like a tier 3 though. Right? Like a tier 3, like a skeletal warrior, a freaking bear. Instead of like these owls and raccoons and, yeah, some mooses. No, you're not killing me today. Holy, these guys, why do you gotta hit so hard? Oh, they have a chance to dodge. I feel like whenever they have a chance to dodge, they just live way longer than I feel like they should. Samosas. Yeah, like I said, this one lives in my head rent-free, chat.
And then turn her over and bang, up the butt. And this is where you need a small knob. Imagine you're holding a tennis racket or a little whisk.
Like I said, chat, that one lives in my head rent-free. No, no, not today. You can't kill me. I won't allow it. Well, damn. I'll take these just because I need some vitality helmets for slamming purposes. Thank you for all the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. That helps the videos out a lot. Come over here. Come over here, Abomination. I want to be friends. Okay. Okay, so I feel like this setup is decent. I do still want to kind of mess around with Cataclysm. I want to mess around with Cataclysm, so actually we'll just do that. Let's do that setup right there. Let's try that. Can you dodge spells? I haven't messed around with dodge that much. I want to say you can dodge any hit. Dodge would be better because you can set it up in more ways. Obviously, certain classes are going to do better with dodge than others. Any class can use parry, but right now the only way to get parry is if you put it on a weapon. And the thing is, with parry, even if you parry the ability, you still suffer an effect. So, like, let's say you get hit with something that was also gonna do, I don't know, like, let's say it would have inflicted poison on you, right? Like, so you'll parry the hit, but you'll still take like the dot. You'll still take like the poison hit in that case. Or if something hits you and you parry the hit, you'll still take like the armor shred stack. Whereas with dodge, you would dodge that completely. So as of right now, I would say dodge. And like I said, the only way to get parry is on your weapon. You can never have 100% or even a high, like, 50% plus. I think the best you can get is like what, 20% on parry? Oh, yeah, you can still suffer ailments and effects like that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So I could put 2 points into this. Okay, let's try this out. All right, let's try this out. Let's try out this Cataclysm. Okay, thank you. Seeing a lot of minion builds wanting parry built in. Oh, if you can get your minions to have parry, that would be cool. That would be really cool. I think you can get minions to have a dodge chance. I don't think they can get parry. Because when parry's on a weapon, it's only going to affect you unless it says minions gain a parry chance or something like that. Jeez, okay. What mod did they have? Enemies enraged at half health. Well, frick, they all went off at once. Yeah, you're very welcome, Colonel. Sure, 3 LP, right? 3 LP is good. Man, that one took for a while. But I gotta stand up. Music is sick. I'm glad you like it, Space Trigger. I gotta stand up for a second. My butt hurts. Oh, man. Ouch. How's it going, everybody? Oh, man, my backside was hurting. Oh. Just do a couple of these, you know? It's Diablo. Get shredded, Diablo. I only say that because somebody said it looked like Diablo. Diablo-esque. Diablo Light. Diablo adjacent.
Stand down or die.
Mike, do you have any long-term goals for streaming? Or are you just chilling? Okay, we got that out the way. Yeah, because that's kind of a... So, yeah, for me, streaming's definitely an invested hobby, but I do treat it like a business, like a job. I try to stick to a schedule. I try to show up on time. I try to make sure that I'm presentable, that the content is good, but at the same time, I know it's relaxed. Yeah. I'd like to get to a point where, like, you know, when I got into streaming to chill out, chat, have a good time with you guys. I don't know if I'd ever want to get into a grind. Like, I like playing Last Epoch a lot, so my plans are to kind of keep it here and maybe, you know, go between this and something like Diablo. I don't want to... It's a big question. It's a big question for sure. I'd say long-term streaming goals is just to keep streaming, being myself, hang out with you guys, chatting. I mean, money wise, it's nice. You guys have been pretty generous. We've been able to pay some bills with what you guys have given us in terms of donation and support. I'd say a goal is to have more of that come from like ad revenue. You know what I'm saying? Or like I like generosity, but I would like a nice floor there, so to speak. I don't want people to feel like, oh, we got to give them money. I'd rather just see that come from streaming itself, and then we can do what we've been doing, which is just chilling out, having a good time. But right now, I think we've been doing pretty good. Space Trucker, you're here all the time. Air Dragon, you're here all the time. Colonel, you know, you're here decently enough. And anybody else? Appreciate you guys being here. Just showing up and interacting. That's more than enough for me. I guess the ultimate question would be, would I ever quit my job to become a full-time streamer? It would have to be very sizable, because I've seen people do that because they got a good thing going streaming, so they get into that. Their eyes get big. They see the top 0.1% driving around in Lambos and stuff, and they're like, I want that. They start making enough. They start making enough, right? So they quit their job, they go into it full time, and then guess what? Support falls off, interest falls off, the game they're playing becomes irrelevant, and then they're kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever want to be in that position. I got a good thing going on with the military. I don't think I'm gonna like I'm talking like if I up and quit my job in the military, like we're talking well over six figures, and that's not an aspiration I'm shooting for, you know. I like chilling and hanging out with you guys, so that's probably the answer to the question. I'm chilling, man. If the opportunity arises, I'll definitely consider it, but like I said, It would have to be something big enough to where I could, you know, not only pay my bills, but put aside huge amounts. In the event, in case there's, you know, a fall off, because it happens. It happens. I don't want to be trying to, you know, get back into the job market because the streaming market dried up for whatever reason. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Oh, shoot. I saw it coming. We are getting to that point. We are getting to that point. This amount of corruption is difficult. I went for this for the damage. Honestly, I liked the Void Eruption, but I don't think it's working out. I think we're just going to stick with... Oh, whoops. We're going to stick with the previous auto bomber setup. And I don't want to have to get rid of these smite idols, but I might have to just to try and stay alive more. Oh, shoot. What mod was this? Undead enemies? Ah, shit. They were all undead. Okay. 15%. Okay. I don't know. Hey, what up, Chris? Okay. So, auto bomber, I think, is the way to go. Let's take a look at this. I do feel like there's spikes when I use Abyssal Echoes, and it could be because Nether Breach goes off, because the Abyssal, the Devouring Orbs are going around us. This could be what's causing it. Let's see what other options we have. Abyssal Echoes deals significantly more damage, but it no longer chains. I like it when it chains. Yeah, but what if we took these 3 points out, these 3 points out, bam, bam, bam. Okay. And let's explore this side of the tree now. Because we've been doing this. I think this is okay, but let's see what we can do over here. Or even this. No, we want the Abyssal Decay. This would not be a good pickup right here. Oh, we definitely do not want that. Alright. So what you up to, Chris? Just chilling in here watching some Last Epoch, my friend? Alright, still feels pretty decent. I definitely felt the lack of the chains, though. It was not hitting a lot of enemies. Okay, so wait, this will cast it 5 times? Okay, so maybe this side of the tree is pretty decent. Wait, yeah, if we're not doing this anymore, what's the point of having this and this? Okay. I'm busy trying to install mods for a playthrough of Fallout 4. First time doing it? Dude, I saw somebody playing the intro to Fallout 4. It looked cool, man. The show has been pretty cool. I'm on episode 5. Even my wife was liking it. I didn't think she'd like it because it was pretty violent, but she was just like, okay. There was one part where she's like, okay, no, I'm out. But other than that, like, good seeing you again. Talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, Colonel, I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday. I'm taking tomorrow off. I know it's rare. So if you're here on Monday, I'll see you there. I got some stuff I got to do tomorrow. I don't fully commit to Sundays, and for the most part, I'm here on Sundays, but tomorrow's a rare occasion. Yeah, generally I stream on Sundays, even though it's not in my streaming schedule. Tomorrow I got too much stuff going on. Yeah. Good night, man. Okay, yeah, I don't think I like this setup. It's cool, but no. Okay. Okay, armor shred effect and armor shred. This could be a good way to get some extra armor shred. Potent corruption node. Oh, if you have the initial hit. Got it. Just bam. No, we want the spell decay to be there. We want the abyssal decay. Yeah, I do like the was it myopia? I do like the blind, the chance to blind, because we do actually have, we do more damage against blinded enemies. Honestly, would that be better than critical strike multiplier? Would that be better than critical strike multiplier? More hit damage because it's multiplicative? Well, let's try this out. Yeah, let's try this out. Yeah, I think I want the chains back. I don't know what Nether Breach was doing, but let's get the chains back. Because I want this, I want Abyssal Echoes to spread. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, do I go back here? No, I don't think we're going to use that. Sure, let's go for ultimate chains.
Stand down or die.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage. How many damage modifiers do they have right now? They have a lot. And that was another one right there. So it was damage, damage, damage. Not getting a lot of options here, chat. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, the major change I made was this. I don't think we're doing enough damage with this. Or at least it doesn't feel good. Should go back to critical strike multiplier. Man, we're just getting iced. Jeez, God, freaking bless. Okay, well, I think we're at the point where we gotta drop that belt. Yeah, we gotta put a belt with some cleanse on it. So I think we need to get some cleanse on there. I know that means less ward. And honestly, for right now, we should go back to full healing. Yeah, our damage has fallen off a cliff. Can't see anything. Okay, so these changes made sense. This day only. Understood. Understood. Okay, so it's less damage, but at least we're surviving. You know what I'm saying, chat? But we're not doing necrotic. Something's got to be keeping this guy alive. Like, what the frick? Yeah, there it was. Nearby allies take less damage. BS. I'm like, holy frick, this guy's tankier than Orbis. There we go. We would not have survived that with what we were just doing before. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut things down for tonight. I will be back on Monday. If you guys are here on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to Immortalize. He is playing Smite Hammer Void Knight. He's a cool guy. He's from the land down under. So anyways, I'm going to get going. I will be back again on Monday. We will be playing more of this build, hopefully pushing corruption. Anyway, you guys take care. And YouTube, thanks for rocking with me today, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you guys again on Monday. Cheers.